Ayo Dosunmu drops 43 points off the bench and gives the Minnesota Timberwolves a 3-1 lead versus the Denver Nuggets. And look, this is not a conversation about Joker's legacy. This is not about where he stacks up against the all-time greats and the legends and all that. That's a conversation for another day. Right now, we're going to be talking about Minnesota Timberwolves and how their identity is what is tearing the Denver Nuggets up right now. Because that tenacity, that physicality, that defensive pressure that they're putting on for 48 minutes is what is giving Denver so many problems. Let's start with the fact that Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards, they both go down with injuries. Hope they feel better soon. I know DiVincenzo had Achilles injury. Ant-Man, he hyperextended it pretty bad. So hopefully they have a speedy recovery. But when you have those two guys go down, you also got to think about those are two shot creators, not just for themselves, but for others. They initiate and run offense. So coming into the second half, you're thinking, who's going to run the show? Who's going to be the guy to step up, take over? Usual suspect is Julius Randle. He handled his own. But what we're going to talk about right now in terms of Julius Randle is not offense. We're going to talk about his defense and McDaniels. And we're going to talk about Rudy Gobert, because the ability of Randle to take over on-ball duties for Nikola Jokic freed up Rudy Gobert, got him enough time to recuperate while being on the court. Julius Randle taking on the challenge, forcing the offense to start further out. Nikola Jokic only had 4 points in the fourth quarter, shot 8 of 22 for the night. Then you look at the fact that McDaniels is applying pressure consistently to Jamal Murray. He had 30, but it took 25 shots to get there. He saw double teams occasionally, but he was not dribbling the ball up the court. He didn't have a lot of time to just relax, initiate. No, he was facing consistent pressure throughout the entirety of the game, no matter who was guarding him. But McDaniels was leading the charge. Look at the way the Denver Nuggets were initiate offense and the Minnesota Timberwolves were. Minnesota, they had all the time in the world. They were able to get into their sets. They were comfortable. They were relaxed. They were getting downhill pretty easily. On the other side of the ball, Denver Nuggets had no room to breathe. That is the difference in this series, because Denver is having to work extremely hard for every single basket. Minnesota's not working as hard because Denver's not applying that pressure. Jaden McDaniels called them out. They didn't like it, but men lie, women lie. Footage don't. So, I mean, right now, Minnesota's got their number defensively, and leading the charge is Randle, Gobert, and McDaniels. The next thing I want to talk about, the most important thing I want to talk about, Ayo Dosunmu. He was in Chicago. The man has never played in the NBA playoffs. He's never seen playoff action. He's never been in a playoff series. He looks like a veteran out there. He looks like he's coming in comfortable. He had 25 last game, 43 off the bench tonight. Nobody's seen this performance coming. Whether DiVincenzo or Ant-Man was out, nobody's seen this coming. Nobody's seen the comfort level of a guy that's never been there acting like he's been there before. He stepped in like Jamal Crawford was a 15-year vet, you know, LA Clippers. All right, these are my minutes in the playoffs. This is the action I want to get to. I want to get to this match. I can't even explain how this dude is coming into this situation and game by game figuring out that, oh, these dudes really can't guard me. They really have no idea what to do with me. These are the matchups that I'm seeing, and I'm going to attack it every single time. Don't step back, because I'm knocking down threes right now too. I happen to be 5 for 5 on the night. Ayo is playing at such a ridiculously high level, but what you have to factor in is the totality of his game. He's scoring efficiently at 2 levels. Now he's stepping back, knocking down threes, and he's playing defense on the other side of the ball at a high level. Ayo coming off of the bench for the Minnesota Timberwolves. If Ant-Man is healthy, Timberwolves is probably going back to the conference finals. Now, if Ant-Man does not return and Ayo continues this play, this is going to be a problem for Denver. And the next thing I want to discuss is Minnesota. You have every opportunity in the world to put these boys away now, because judging by what happened at the end of the game, listen, McDaniels, he broke an unwritten rule. We know that. Basketball fans, basketball players, We know the rule that he broke, but there's also another rule that says do not stop playing until there's zeros on the clock. McDaniels is an enforcer. Not only does he know what he's doing, he did his job. Provoke, send a message, and let them know we got our foot on y'all necks. Just don't let your foot up, because ask the Utah Jazz, ask the LA Clippers what happens when you get a 3-1 lead and you start to take Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray lightly. Jamal Murray could turn this into a 40-plus night. Nikola Jokic could turn this into a 30-20, and now you're looking up, you blink, and you're on a flight to Cancun. This could turn around very, very quickly. So you have the opportunity to put this team down, put them away, and get them up out of here. Do it now. Because if you think, hey, 3-2, come back to Minnesota, we're comfortable, we'll close it out here, don't do that. Get this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments. Is Ayo's 43 off the bench one of the best performances we've seen from a bench player in a long time? That's one more for the good guys.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. This is